So India Open Super 750 would start from 13th of January, and this is a Super 750 event. So many top players would be coming to participate here at New Delhi. Since 2023, it has been made a Super 750 event. Earlier, it used to be Super 500 event, and India Open has been a tournament where we witnessed legends being made. Victor Axelsen, Ratchanok Quintanon, Kevin Sanjay, Sukamulio, Kento Momota. These are some players who actually made their mark in this tournament and later went on to become legends. Even Indian players like Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu, Lakshya Sen, Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty, these are some players who actually made their mark in this tournament, won the tournament, and delighted the Indian fans live at the stadium. So this tournament had a lot of significance for both Indian badminton and world badminton. And this year would be massive for Indian badminton because after 17 years, India would be hosting World Championship at the same venue where India Open will be played in this week. So the draws have come out, and we will be talking about the draws of our Indian players, what kind of draw they have got, which players they would be facing most potentially in the next round, and which Indian players have chance to actually go deeper in the tournament, and can any Indian player would go on to win the title this time around. We'll be talking about all of this here in this video. So stay tuned, and a humble request, if you watch our videos, you do comment and tell us that which areas are there where we should improve. From now on, I would be trying to make videos in English so that it would reach to global audience and even they would actually watch, because my channel growth has not been that great, so it would take some time, but let's hope that it would grow someday. If you love our videos, then don't forget to give a like, and if you are interested in the topics which we discuss, then don't forget to subscribe the channel. It's very important for us because in last few days subscribers haven't increased a lot, so we would be hoping a positive response from you. So amidst all of that, let's start the video. So if we look at the men's singles, then Lakshya Sen, the number one ranked Indian shuttler, would be facing the number two ranked Indian shuttler Ayush Shetty. And this would be a contest to look out for because last year, if we see, India got just two titles in men's singles at the World Tour level, and those two titles were won by these two only. So we would be looking for a great match. At the end of the last year, Lakshya Sen actually did well, won a title at Australia Open, defeated some good shuttlers, and he would be looking to continue that form this time around. That way, in the beginning of the year, in the Malaysia Open, he did win his first round match, but then lost in the second round. So he would look to improve his performance here in front of the home crowd, especially if we look at his performance in India Open. He won the title in 2022, but that time it was a Super 500 event. Still, it was a massive achievement for him, but now things have changed and he would look to repeat that win this time around, but at a Super 750 level. He will be facing Ayush Shetty, who had a massive last year. If we look at his performance last year, he defeated some of the top 10 shuttlers, also managed to win his first World Tour level title. He has been termed as the next big thing of Indian badminton, and this would be his first India Open, so he would like to perform well here. But first round only, he had to face his countryman Lakshya Sen. And if you look at the head to head record, then Ayush actually lost the two matches which he played against Lakshya Sen last year around, and those are the only two matches where they faced each other. So Ayush would be looking for his first win against Lakshya, and this would be a match to look after because Ayush Shetty, we know recent times his attack has been brilliant, but beating Lakshya Sen's defense would be something. And if we talk about Lakshya Sen, then the last three India Open hasn't been kind for him. He just lost the first round once only, that too also in 2023. So he would like to improve his performance in this home tournament. So it would be an interesting match. In the second round, they'll face either Chotin Chen or Kenta Nishimoto. Chotin Chen is in top 5 of world rankings, so it won't be an easy match for either Ayush or Lakshya, though recently they have defeated Chotin Chen. So that confidence they would be having, that recently only they have defeated Chotin Chen. But if they meet Kenta Nishimoto and if Lakshya plays against him, then it won't be an easy task for him because in the last two meetings, Kenta Nishimoto had defeated Lakshya. So it won't be an easy match for Lakshya if he plays against Nishimoto. But if Lakshya or Ayush crosses the second round also, then in the quarterfinals they'll most probably face world number 7 Kodai Naraoka. So it won't be an easy path for both of them. But at the end, it's up to the players and how they'll play in these matches. But if we look at other Indian contention in the men's singles discipline, then Kidambi Srikanth would be facing Lin Chunyi of Chinese Taipei. Lin Chunyi is a top 15 ranked shuttler, and he has been the guy who could defeat any top shuttler on his day. So it won't be an easy task for Kidambi Srikanth. But Kidambi Srikanth is a guy who knows his game very well, and he could defeat any top settler on his day also. But the thing has been the consistency. If we look at Srikanth's overall career, then there have been various matches where he had a good lead, but he couldn't manage to actually hold on to that lead. and he lost those matches. So Kidambi's career had lots of ups and downs. And at the India Open, if you look at his performance, he won the tournament in 2015. He reached the final in 2019. So after a long time, he would be looking forward to do well in this tournament. And if he clears his first round against Lin Chunyi, he'll face Krishna Popov, who recently won the end of the year finale. So it won't be an easy road for Kidambi, but let's hope for the best, because Kidambi, we saw last year at the Malaysia Masters, he managed to reach the final from the qualifiers only. So we hope that similar kind of performance we could see this time around. So let's hope for the best. But then if we look at the last Indian contention in the men's singles, then HS Pranoy, the former world championship medalist, but since last 2 years he hasn't been in that form. If we see in 2024 edition, he reached the semi-finals, but after then his performance has dipped a lot. And last time he managed to clear round of 16 was in this tournament only, but it was 2 years back. So it has been a long time since he performed that great, which we could say. But he has an opportunity, so let's hope that he could perform well this time around. And if we look at his draws, then he would be facing Hong Kong China's Lee Chik Q in the first round. Lee Chik Q reached the quarterfinals of the Malaysia Open last week around, and in the last two India Open tournaments, he has been the runner-up. So this time around, he would like to actually upgrade from there and become a champion. But HS Pranoy, in last year, if we see, even though his form dipped a lot, but on his days, he was managing to defeat some top shuttlers. So we would be hoping the same Pranay to actually perform here at New Delhi. And if he clears the first round, then in the second round, he'll face either Wang Zhenqing or Lo Ken Yu. If he face Lo Ken Yu, I would say he had a good chance, because Lo Ken Yu hasn't been in that form in the last 1 year. So we would be hoping Pranoy to actually do well in his home tournament. And this time around, he would be having a very good chance. But looking at form of both Srikanth and Pranoy, it would be an uphill task for both of them to actually go ahead in this tournament. So let's go to the women's singles draw. And if we look at Indian contention in the women's singles, then Malvika Bansod would be facing Payupo of Chinese Taipei in the first round. Malvika Bansod came back from injury after 6 months in the Malaysia Open, and she lost in the first round. But if we look at her draw in this tournament, then in the first round she would be facing Payupo, who hasn't been doing that well recently. So Malvika would be liking to take advantage of that. And if she managed to win her first round, then in the second round she'll most probably face Han Hui of China. Han Hui has been the player against whom Malvika didn't had a good record, and even though she defeated Han Hui once, but that was 3 years ago. And since then, if you see the graph of both the players, then Han Hui has grown a lot. She won a lot of World Tour titles. She is in top five, so it would be a daunting task for Malvika to actually win against Han Hui. But if she clears that round also, then she'll most probably face Chen Yufei, the former Olympic champion. So overall, Malvika's game, if you see, she hasn't played a lot in the last few months, but it's a home tournament, and many players in their home tournaments actually perform well. So we'll be hoping the same for Malvika Bansod also. Then if we look at the draw of former world champion and two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu, then in the first round she'll be having a relatively easier first round, where she will be facing Nguyen Thuy Linh of Vietnam. Even though Vietnamese shuttler actually defeated Sindhu last year, but PV Sindhu recently reached the semis of the Malaysia Open. She did well there and also defeated some top shuttlers like Miyazaki and Yamaguchi. So I think PV Sindhu will be the favorite here in her first round match. But if she clears the first round, then in the second round she'll be facing world number two Wang Ji. So this match won't be easy, but still Sindhu actually defeated Wang Ji at the World Championships last year, and her head-to-head record is good against the Chinese. So she would be liking to do well here. And if she clears the second round, also defeats Wang Ji, then in the quarterfinals she would be facing Tomoka Miyazaki most probably. So it won't be an easy path for both Sindhu and Malvika, but still we are hoping them to do well in their home tournament. And actually it would serve as a preparatory tournament for the upcoming World Championship, which would be taking place in August. So all the best to these two. Then if we look at the men's doubles, here actually the main interest comes, because Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty, the star pair, the pair who has been India's torch bearers in various top level tournaments, they would be playing in front of their home crowd, and they would like to do well this time around also. They would be looking for the second title here at India Open. They won in 2022, came close of winning it again in 2024, but lost in the finale. So this time around they would be trying to do well. They have been in decent form. Last year they played at the end of their finale, won all of their three matches, though they lost in the semi-finals. They would be facing a US pair in the first round, so we'll expect Sachi to actually perform well in their first round. Then in the second round, they'll face Kyohei Yamashita, Hiroki Midorikawa of Japan, and this match also we are expecting them to actually go past easily, even though the Japanese will try to give them a good fight. But for now, I would say Sachi would be having higher chance of winning this match. And if they reach quarterfinals, then they'll face either Shen and Liu of China or Astrup and Rasmussen of Denmark. If we see their head-to-head record against both the pairs, then against Chen and Liu, they lost in the semi-finals of the World Championship. And against Astrup and Rasmussen, even though they had a negative head-to-head record, but I think Sachi would go past them, considering that the Danish pair hasn't been in that form recently. But if they win their quarterfinals also, then in the semi-finals they'll face either Arancia Suwik, the second seed, or Gozefen Nurizuddin of Malaysia. And these two matches would be difficult to predict. So I hope that Sachi would be having a deeper run in this tournament, considering they have been the top force for Indian badminton in Super 750 and Super 1000 tournaments. So let's hope Sachi to actually perform well. But if we look at the other Indian men's doubles pair, then Hariharan, Amsha Karunan, and MR Arjun, who actually won a Super 100 event last year around the Allen Masters. As a pair, they would be making their debut in this tournament, and in the first round, they'll face Ong Yusin Teo of Malaysia, and this won't be an easy match for them, considering Ong and Teo, both the Malaysian players, are skillful, and on that day, they could defeat any top pair and are more experienced and successful than the Indian pair. But if Amsha Karunan and Arjun plays their national game, then they'll be having a chance against the Malaysian pair. So let's hope that Amsha Karunan and Arjun would do well here. And if they clears the first round, then most probably they'll be facing Liang Weikang Wang Chang of China in the second round. So let's hope for the best. In the women's doubles, if we look at the top Indian pair, then Trisha Jolly and Gayatri Gopichand Pulela would be facing a Thai pair in the first round. Trisha and Gayatri missed most of the action of 2025 due to injury, and even though they made a comeback during the end of the year, they won a title at Syed Modi India International Super 300. But at the top level, the hustle is still going on. So let's see what they'll be able to do. I hope they'll be able to cross the first round hurdle here at India Open, but in the second round, they'll face most probably Lee and Luo of China, who are a top 10 pair. So it won't be an easy match for Trisha and Gayatri, but if they clear this round also, then they'll face world number one Liu and Tan of China. So it's not looking good for them. But they are a pair who knows how to challenge top pairs of the world, and they have been able to defeat some top pairs also in last few years. So we would like to back them, but still, knowing their recent form, knowing that they have just come back from the injury, it's looking really tough for them. But at the end, it's up to them and how they'll perform in the crunch situations. Then we look at other Indian pair. Then Gayatri Rawat and Mansi Rawat would be playing. Gayatri and Mansi did play the World Junior Championships last year, and they are a young pair, so it's not looking that they'll be able to progress to the first round. But still, it would be a learning experience for them. But then, if we look at other Indian pairs, then Rutaparna Panda and Swetaparna Panda, the OG Indian pairs, they'll be playing Hara and Kiyose of Japan. They are a high ranked pair, so not expecting much from them, but it would be really great if they would upset the Japanese pair. Then we look at Priya and Shruti, another young Indian pair who would be facing a pair from Hong Kong, China. Now, I would like them to perform well here because in most of the tournaments, if we see, they come, play in the first round, loses, goes back, and the same pattern repeats. That's not how it works. You have to perform well against some pairs whom you are capable to beat. So I hope that Priya and Shruti actually performs well this time around at the India Open. It won't be an easy task against the pair from Hong Kong, China, but still they have the caliber to actually defeat the pair. And if they clear the first round, then in the second round they'll be facing the sixth seed Wei Khana and Lee So Hee. So at most they can reach the second round only. I am not expecting much from them, but still I hope that they would be able to clear the first round. Then, if we look at the last Indian contention in the women's doubles, then Kavi Priya Selvam and Simran Singhi of India would be facing the second seed Tan and Tina of Malaysia. Most probably they'll lose in this round only, so not expecting much from them. But that's the situation of Indian women's doubles. You can't see much pairs doing well except Trisha Gayatri. If we keep them aside, then other pairs haven't been able to meet some mark. Let's hope that in future we could see some Indian women's doubles pairs actually coming out and doing well at the top level. So now we'll be talking about mixed doubles discipline. If we look at India's number one mixed doubles pair, Dhruv Kapila and Tanisha Castro, they haven't been in that form in last few tournaments. They haven't played much. Also, they lost to your US pair in the first round of the Malaysia Open. So they are struggling, but here in India Open, they'll be facing Thai pair of Tirarat Sakul and Tairatana Chai. If you know or not, but Sapsiri Tairatana Chai, the female partner here, she has been a former world champion. So even though her current partner is not that player with whom she won the world championship, but still I hope that they'll try their best to clear the first round. And if they clear the first round, then they'll face the second seed and world number 2 pair of Jiang Zhengbang and Wei Yashin in the round of 16. So not much hope from the Indian pair. And if we look at other Indian mixed doubles pair also, be it Rohan Rutvika, Asit Amruta or Dhruv Manisha, I am not hoping much from them because if we look at India's situation in the mixed doubles, if you look at the history, there hasn't been many Indian mixed doubles players who managed to do well at top level. Even though Dhruv Tanisha showed some glimpse that they could be the next big thing, but still a long road awaits for them. And talking about other mixed doubles players, well, they haven't been able to clear first rounds in Super 300 level only. So I'm not hoping much from them in Super 750 level. So that's the reason I am not discussing here. But that's the Indian contention who would be participating at their home tournament, the India Open Super 750. And if we look at chance of our players in this tournament, if any Indian player would go on to win the title, then it's mostly Satvik and Chirag whom we could rely to do well here because they have been the only Indians who managed to make some mark in top level tournaments in most of the Super 750, Super 1000 events. You must have seen Satvik Chirag being the last Indian contention remaining in the tournaments. Even though Ayush Shetty or Lakshya Sen would like to give them some chance in this tournament, they have a draw which, if they utilize well, they might be able to go past some big names in the initial round. And even though I don't think that they'll be able to win the title, but still, if they try their best, then who knows, they might win. It would be a mammoth task for them, but still, against Joten Chen or Narauka, Ayush might be able to do well, but for that he had to clear the first round against his teammate Lakshya. And if Lakshya wins the first round, then against Joten Chen he might be able to win, but against Narauka, I am not sure what he will do. So that's the scenario. But still, if these two tries, then they might go further deeper in this tournament. So these are the only few shuttlers whom you can rely upon to have a good tournament. Otherwise, most of them would falter in the first or second round only. So that's it. We talked about the Indian contention who would be participating at the India Open 2026. And if you are from New Delhi or living nearby New Delhi, then I request you to actually go and watch the tournament because so many top level players are coming to play. And even though we don't have great badminton culture like Indonesia, China, or Malaysia, but still we hope good amount of crowd to come and cheer up for our players. It would boost their confidence and they'll have that extra courage to perform well in the tournament. So do go in larger numbers to watch the Indian stars. And if you like the video, then do give a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos like this, then do subscribe the channel also. You will get the notification of our next videos. We will meet again in the next video. So take care and goodbye.